constantly, all time, all day. Let's do it. Let's do it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. On now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, 5-9. Mike 91. That's 5-9. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
He's going to be in your grill all game.
Coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze.
Sit down.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Zadarius Smith providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Davis now to return it.
Thank you.
Touchdown, Packers. Trevor Davis, 67 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, they were going to get excellent field position either way. They had pinned them deep, but that's even better.
So in other words, being comfortable with field position, that was going to be okay. But sometimes being greedy is the right way to go. And, boy, they take it all the way back, put it in the end zone. A great way to get started for them.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust.
He's got him.
Come on, Kevin. You fucking bum.
37 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defense.
I'll take care of that right now.
That's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
21. Cut.
On second down, here's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze going to throw. And he's going to go down again. Zadarius Smith getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Where is it? There it is.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rodgers going to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Accelerating.
You are not good.
Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 85 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Breeze.
Oh, shit. Savage. Savage, what are you doing?
Wide open. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze now. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Right there.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Easy, opposite.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's third and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Breeze.
Good defense, Amos. Way to make up for it.
Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the...
Go ahead, quit the game, because you ain't good.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
All right, now, black 30.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And his first pass is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to counter here on first.
Is nobody just going to go after the fucking blocker?
First down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now spin. Rush in. Watch out. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Blue 30.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
3 down.
3 down.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Connor. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield.
Come on, idiot.
When I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you. totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Za'Darius Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
91 is the mic. I'm coming up to you.
Hey, my 7.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Here's Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Rashawn Gary, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Show that bench release and go. Lock it down.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On first down, Rodgers.
That's how I'm going to throw it too.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Fuck, dude.
Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Alert, alert. Topper, topper.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Quarter.
91 is the mic. I smell fear in it.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Screen pass to Connor. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here for Davis. Well, he's free going down the left side.
Back-to-back games with a punt return
race.
for a touchdown, baby.
Touchdown, Packers.
You don't want none.
Trevor Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
24. Hey, wahoo!
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
For James Washington, incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You can't block me.
50.
You can't block me. Check 91. 90.
Hey, exit.
Mike 91.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 50.
Come on, Rodgers.
Third time. Sean Davis with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On third down, it's Connor. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now it's Connor. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. they continue to try and get it done, they've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, it's Connor, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Zadarius Smith. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
It looks like it's after an interception. He just fucking finished his game.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And left side here, it's Graham. And all the way down to the 35. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one. 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd and a yard, Rodgers. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers, he hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
That'll do her, boy. You will not win this game now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
No foul.
3 down, 3 down. Check 91.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 91.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And that is
Bye-bye.
incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away. So
Nice
still
spanking
over 3
that
minutes
ass,
remaining
dog.
in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, the team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Dad! 180!
We go. Tight end to the right.
Monday!
Move.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's got this
gonna
complete to
score?
Ryan Switzer. No. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Roethlisberger will throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete to Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 47 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
319. Come off the ball. Come on. Strong right. Strong right. 319.
Rodgers throwing here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw again. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball. End zone.
Oh,
incomplete.
I was gonna get that Rodgers magic.
Long way out there, but it'll be third down. So it's all
Nice
over.
spink in that ass,
Green
dog.
Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right?